welcome to the 5th episode of NSSF Friends with Benefits Season 3. I am Crystal.
And I am Gaetano 5. Yes, the Friends with Benefits show is about success stories from 16 contestants who invested their NSSF benefits wisely to ensure their money keeps growing.
Now, on the last episode, we met David Mayeku. He received his age benefit and used it to start growing and packaging rice. We also met Stephen Okiro, who received his withdrawal benefit and used it to build the first private school in his community. How cool is that?
That's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Now, at the end of this show, we're going to find out the winner from last week's show. So stay tuned to find out who will be that step closer to winning the grand prize of either 30 million shillings or being the first runner-up and walking away with 15 million shillings, or second runner-up goes home with 10 million shillings.
Now, you need to vote for your favorite contestant, and for that, we need some guidance. So how about we introduce our amazing panel of judges?
First up, we do have Barbara Arimi, of course, Head of Marketing and Communications, NSSF.
Also on our panel, we have communications specialist and award-winning journalist, Simon Kasiate.
And last but definitely not least, very reserved, very cool, I like her so much, Mabel Chigundu, Human Resource Specialist.
All right, we shall be relying on you. Please ask the right questions. Now it's time to meet our 9th contestant to see what he did with his benefits.
So I just Googled a very interesting fact here. It says that turkeys can fly. So let's give it a shot. Feed them first, feed them first. Now fly, 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 you turkeys. It's not going to happen anytime soon.
But for now, let's meet Martin Owako, who used his NSSF benefits to set up this poultry project, as well as reinvesting in his rental property and launching a successful tours and transport company.
I was paid all my benefits when I was 50 years. Earlier, I didn't want to risk my eggs in one basket, so I invested in various projects. The first thing which I made sure was to happen was to put a better house and a nice house in my home village, such that anytime I go back there, I will get that house ready for me. I also opened a project immediately for that home, and that was the poultry project, mainly focusing on turkeys. So that project has also worked so well. We fenced off the home very well so that the turkeys do not move out. And we put there initially 100 of them. It grew well, and the first harvest was fantastic. That was last December. We harvested those turkeys and it gave us very good yields, up to 15 million shillings. Now, if a turkey is big and it is over 10 kilos, you are sure of getting 200,000 from one turkey. So it's a very lucrative venture. So part of the money that came from NSSF was invested in the tour business. We spent 60 million on buying that Toyota Hiace, that UAZ 112. We spent that money, and that vehicle has done us wonders. For the first 2 years, we were able to recover the money. All the money was recovered 100%. So now the vehicle is there just making more and more profits. Then the other one, what we did is, as you see this guest house, we also had to renovate it and improve its image. So we had to put here another 10 million shillings, just to painting and making the rooms look better and all that. And we're still doing a lot more here. So that 10 million was put there. Then as you see the supermarket inside here, we put another 30 million there. So that business is also doing. I need to tell you, in the tour company, we can be able to get minimum 3 million shillings per month. Now, if all the vehicles are engaged throughout, we can make up to 5 plus. Then, in the guest house here, we are able to get an average of 4.5 million to 5. I want to say that life has changed, it has never been the same. Can you imagine, since I got to NSSF, I've got even job offers, but I'm not able to go for those jobs because one, I'm extremely busy. Because of the diversified investments, we are able to now tap. There's no mistake that can happen at Mofi that we have run bank for approval because every business is entering revenue. And it was because of NSSF savings. So NSSF savings has been really our backbone here. The support we have got to take off, actually it helped us to take off.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Martin Owako. Hello, Martin. Please take a seat. You were very busy. My goodness. Some people get their money, they put it into one thing. But you had your tour business, the supermarket, the guest house, the turkeys. Well done.
Yes, thank you.
Well, the judges have very many questions for you, so I'm going to hand you over right now. And today we'll start with you, Barbara.
Okay, thank you, Crystal. Martin, how are you?
I'm okay.
Welcome to the show. Very impressed by your business and the way you've diversified your portfolio. I'd like to know, aren't you thinly spread out? Because you've put some money here, there, and there. Isn't that really spreading out very thinly?
Good. I want to say that we thought wisely. It was not me alone, the whole family met together and we said we need to get busy. It's not one man's show that Martin Owako works alone, but I work with a number of people, my wife, a number of people, including some of my children who have grown up. So we work, so everybody is busy in charge of a certain unit and we are able to really attend to all our businesses. So every project is well catered for. My wife is down there, she's the one in charge of the supermarket. So it's moving well to the right direction. Even in the Palisa where you saw the turkeys, someone is steady there. And we'll put everything necessary to take care of the future growth. And also planning for further marketing activities around especially the turkey project. We have also tried to, because a kilo of turkey, for example, if I can be faster to give you an example, a kilo of turkey is, we sell at 15,000. Then the butchers sell at 20,000. So we are saying come this December, we are going to have our own butcher along Namgongo Road, which will be supplying only turkey meat and people will be buying it at 20,000. So there is yet more to be done in that area to maximize revenue.
Thank you very much for sharing with us. But my question is, you have your hands full. There is so much to do. How are you planning marketing for all these things that you're doing? How are you doing your marketing?
All right. Right now, we have taken advantage of the existing technology. So we already have a website, Mofi Uganda, www.mofiuganda.com. That is our website. So we try to put our services we offer to the people. They can see it there. And then also we try to actually do a lot on all those investments. We try to do a lot in terms of marketing effort. And most of it I do personally. Having been a salesman, I was a regional sales manager for Uganda Breweries. I got opportunity to move the whole of Uganda. So I moved door to door. So many people know me. So for the guest house, they just come. Whoever comes from Arua comes to our guest house. Whoever comes from Kirihura comes to our guest house. Because they know me, I worked in those areas and they know me. So it has been so easy to do the marketing. Personally, that has been the key driver.
Mr. Martin Owako, you've probably answered everything that there is to be asked. However, I will play devil's advocate and act like I am not just a judge, but a representative of the taxman. Your businesses are doing tremendously well, especially those that are regarded as cash cows. There is always the issue of compliance to the local tax regime. It's one thing to run a successful business, but it's so important and responsible for a citizen to know that when you run a successful business in a polity, you owe it to the country to comply, pay taxes, and in the case of your workers, pay their NSSF. Are we doing that? Let's start from there.
Very well. We are doing it as I speak. I have a tax clearance certificate, a recent one. So we pay taxes, we do our returns, and yearly we do it, and we have files for the business we are running. So we do that. We even have a tax consultant who helps us all the time so that we don't fall victims of this kind of mess. So we pay more than that, not only to URA, even to the municipal council in Kira. We pay taxes, property tax, and all that. So we file our records, and we've not been victims anywhere.
All right. Martin, it seems you were more than ready for every question coming your way. Thank you for being a shining example to your community. Now, if you were impressed by Martin's story, make sure you vote for him. All you have to do is dial *254# and follow the instructions. Or you can go to the website, that's www.nssfug.org/FWB, and vote for Martin Owako. So congratulations to you. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after the break.
Fall in love with the new NSSF Go app today. Download the app from your mobile app store and do much more than view your current NSSF balance. You can now set your savings goals and work towards achieving your retirement benefits. Make voluntary payments and update your details directly from the app. We understand why you're falling in love with it, so go ahead and share this experience.
NSSF, a better life.
Welcome back to NSSF Friends with Benefits. Now remember, at the end of this episode, we shall be announcing the winners from last week. But now, let's take a look at today's financial literacy tip.
It's a time to sit back, think about your retirement pretty well, and by the time your retirement is coming, you've actually worked out a plan on how you're going to manage your financial assets. It's therefore very important that at a point in time, if you're not an expert in investments, whether you're an expert, maybe also sometimes, you meet an advisor in particular, a financial advisor, and you go through your wealth, you think about how it could help you to achieve your objectives in retirement, and consequently come up with a strategy on how you're going to manage your assets, all of them, in retirement, to help you achieve your financial goals during retirement.
Well, there you go. The financial tip, and at the end of the show, the winner from last week. But for now, let's find out who the 10th contestant is and what they did with their benefits.
We took a drive through the winding roads and beautiful hills of Kanungu on our way to Jotham Musinguzi's farm in Kanyantorogo. Jotham used his benefits to set up an apple farm as well as a value addition project that produces juice, wine, and apple crisps.
Apple crisps. Delicious. You want some? No. Okay, for real. You want some? Here's some jokes. Okay, for real. I'm going to give you some. But before I do that, let's listen as Dr. Jotham tells his full NSSF Friends with Benefits story.
I did apply for my retirement benefits from the National Social Security Fund in 2014, and they surprised me by giving me the benefits within about 2 weeks, which was because I had been told that they normally take very long, but I was surprised they came so soon. And after that, I embarked on the project that I was planning to do. At the moment, I am concentrating on farming apples in the Kanungu district. The motivation was really knowing that an apple fruit is expensive. So once I get it, I am sure we're going to get some good money out of it. Secondly, I am really talking about putting a plant in my own soil, a plant that is going to last 100 years. So once I knew these advantages, then I said it is worth the risk. And I'm not scared about taking calculated risks. Apples require a lot of care by people who are technically knowledgeable, because apples, they are very really, they need technical advice all the time, and I outsource my technicians from Kabale district.
We are trying to put on value addition by making juice, crisps, like as you can see here. We are making wine also. It is still in process, but we want to be making it also.
Life has changed for me and those close to me, in particular my family, and I also talk about the community around us. One is that we are getting good income from the apples. On the farm, people have jobs, and these jobs are going to be there all the time. You are talking about a plantation that's going to last 100 years. The availability of apples, especially we sell them cheaply to our own people in the community. My advice to people who receive benefits is that they should have a plan. They should think seriously about what they can do, depending upon their comparative advantage. If I get the prize, it will even energize my efforts in terms of expansion. I would like to really make sure that I keep in apples and I become the biggest grower of apples in Uganda.
Well, there you have it. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but please help me in welcoming onto the stage Jotham Musinguzi. How you doing? Please take a seat. Well, it's a real pleasure to have you on the stage. Jotham, you're a very busy man. I enjoy my apples very much, and it looks like you're well on your way to becoming the biggest apple grower and seller. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right. Let me pose now the questions over to our judges. They've been watching with a lot of scrutiny. And let's see. Today I want to start off with that bald-headed man over there, who goes by the name of Simon. Simon, stage is yours.
Now, Dr. Musinguzi, you have an incredible story. And I love the phrase that you just shared with us, that you are not afraid of taking calculated risks, if indeed you are convinced that it will turn out the way you want it to be. Now, my question goes, these jobs you're talking about, what kind of jobs are they? Are they the ones that we've seen in the clip, working on the farm? Are you having extension services so that the community around you can also grow apples and together you work as a circle or as a cooperative so that the product is guaranteed to your factory?
So the idea that we have in Kanungu with the apple farm in terms of outreach to the people, the community around us, is basically this is a rural area. And so the idea is we are employing poor people, rural, especially women. 3/4 of the workers are women, not so much education. But we also bring in some of them who have a bit of education so that they can help with the chips, as you saw them being done. The apples have given my community in the village a lot of hope because people are earning money. Women are now going in circles. We have created dynamic circles of people in the village. My village never used to have savings, but now people are learning how to save money through the circles, and we are seeing a culture changing. To me, I think this is incredible.
Now, Dr. Musinguzi, Gaetano and I would be glad, of course, to show up at your factory to especially judge the quality of the wine. But before that comes in place, the lady judges would love to have a go at you. Thank you.
Dr. Musinguzi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I must say, I'm very impressed by your farm. It looks so beautiful. I just wanted to know a few things. Wanted to know how big your farm is, and also how many workers you have.
Okay. The farm is, what they have put here is just a piece of the iceberg. Currently, we are harvesting apples from 5 acres, but as of last season, June, July, we have now added on another 3, so that makes it 8. In terms of the workers, the apples are, once you plant, you wait, you weed, you spray if there are diseases, and we are growing them organically, so we don't want too much spraying. So we have like a total of 40 workers over this whole period of time. Then we increase workers when we are harvesting the apples.
I can see that your farm is very impressive. You've taken care of the production side. As a leading producer, how will you become the leading market person?
I wish I could ask that Marion to be the one to come and answer this because she has to deal with these issues all the time. She does the marketing. She's sitting next to you. So
Marion, please.
Anything else that is interesting to you. She's an economist, so she should be.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, thank you very much. So in terms of ShopRite, they have the Boo campaign. Yes. So they're trying to boost that, and they would love to take us on. We first have to meet their standards. So it's a work in progress right now because we also have to have the product certified by Bureau of Standards. We've had the lab tests done by the National Laboratory and they came back fine, but they have to be certified by Bureau of Standards. So once we do that, we can approach ShopRite properly. We can also get an export certificate. So that's the process we are working on right now to increase our market. Yeah.
Well, quite the discussion we've had over there, and I think it's safe to say that a family that plants together grows together. Now, if you would like to have this fine gentleman over here and his lovely daughter go on to the next level, you have to vote for them. But before I tell you how to vote, let me also have some crisps. No, because really, these judges are just here eating.
This is for judgment.
You have also got to judge.
You have the wine.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. All right, this is how you can vote to make sure that Dr. Jotham Musinguzi goes on to the next level. It's very simple. All you have to do is dial *254#, or in lieu of that, you could go to the website, which is www.nssfug.org/FWB. After that, you just vote. Keep it right here. We'll be back to find out who the winners are from last week.
Nzijukira ebiseera ebyo abawagizi ekitiibwa nali muzira mu kisaawe ne mbulamu obwa bulijjo nga nsobola okwetuusaako buli kye njagala. Naye olunaku lumu byonna ne biggwaawo. Singa nategekera obukadde bwange nandibadde mu bulamu obweyagaza kati.
Every year, millions of Ugandans retire into poverty. To reduce that number, NSSF has introduced voluntary membership, which allows more Ugandans to save with NSSF and makes contributing easier by letting you pay through mobile money. It is available to individuals who run companies that employ less than 5 employees, as well as those who used to save with the fund and are now gainfully self-employed but are below the age of 60. Sign up today by visiting your nearest NSSF branch.
NSSF, a better life.
Welcome back to NSSF, Friends with Benefits. Such amazing stories today. Now remember, at the end of this show, we will reveal last week's winner.
That is correct. Today you met 2 contestants, both with very inspiring stories. Mr. Owako Martin got his withdrawal benefit and decided to invest not into just one business. He's in turkeys, he's in supermarkets, he's in car hire, he's in guest houses, the list goes on. Fantastic. Then we met Dr. Jotham Musinguzi, who received his age benefit and decided he is going to go into the apple business. That's what he invested in and gave it value addition. He's in apple crisps, juice, wine. We must have some of that wine.
We need some of that wine. I hope our judges haven't finished it yet, though.
Someone I know.
Somebody there, yeah? Now, if you want either of them to go into the final 8 and possibly to the finals to win themselves 30 million shillings, all you have to do is vote. All votes will be verified by PwC.
We would love to thank our amazing panel of judges. Give them a round of applause. And to you, the audience, you're amazing. To you, the viewers, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Afros and Mo for hair and makeup. And remember, you can engage with us using the hashtag on your screen. So don't miss the next episode of NSSF Friends with Benefits. But we're not done.
No.
We're not done.
No.
We have to announce the winner from last week's episode. Do you have the envelope?
I always have the envelope. Brown envelope, white envelope. I have envelopes. Hey.
I want the brown one. First.
All right. Time to announce the winner from last week.
And the winner from last week's episode.
Suspense, suspense. Hold it, hold it. Let them think.
Who could it be?
The winner is
Stephen Okiror.
Congratulations, Stephen. We shall see you in the final 8.
So tune in next week. Remember to vote, vote, vote. The voting lines are now open.
You've been watching Friends with
Benefits.